We'll jump in together because I know you're busy.
No problem.
Make it easier for you.
Hi, Eric.
Let me just check my phone. Hold on, because I'm waiting for a call.
Looking real sharp ahead of fight day.
I don't feel sharp anymore. I feel tired. Anyway, let's go.
So we're finally here. When does the sense of relief? We know this is a highly anticipated fight. The fight is finally here. The fans are excited. Everyone is excited. When does the feeling of relief set in? Does it set in once the fight starts, or once the fight is
Definitely
finished?
when it starts, when both guys are in the ring. I always tell people I'm a fight fan first. You know, I'm a fight fan, and I would love. I love these big fights. I get up for these big fights. I do this for a living, and we do many fights. I've done thousands of fights, and you know, a lot of them are laboring, and a lot of them are just it's work. But when you have these special fights, historic fights, you enjoy it. You enjoy it, and I think all of you guys are enjoying it. That's why it's so crowded here. I've never seen this place so busy, so crowded on a Wednesday, a fight week. It's very, very impressive. You know.
It's already 5 o'clock in the evening, and the media is still in full effect here in the media room. When you see all of this, does it make you smile? Do you think, wow, we did a great job promoting it, or was it just the merits of the fight itself?
Both. You know, we did a great job. We have a great team at Golden Boy Promotions. The fight speaks for itself. It sells itself. There's no need to overhype it. There's no need. I mean, you know, one of the comments I've gotten from a lot of the media people is how refreshing it was that these guys are professionals. They don't have to, they don't feel like they have to push each other or degrade each other. They're professionals, but their words speak loudly, and that's refreshing. That's different, and I agree with that.
Stylistically, as much as we look at the two fighters, they're both at different points in their career, but they have some similarities. They both like to walk down. They both like to trap. They both have power punching. Stylistically, what happens in the fight? If you envision how this fight goes, have you envisioned what it would look like? Yeah,
you know, it's gonna be a give and take for the first 6 rounds, give and take, and then I feel, and it's my personal opinion, I feel that Canelo's gonna start breaking free and using his speed and keeping him off balance, and he'll start taking control of the fight after 6 rounds. And I think Canelo can stop him. I think he can stop him in the later rounds. Golovkin gets hit a lot. He's not the best defensive fighter. But look, Golovkin's the kind of fighter that, you know, Canelo can be winning a shutout, 10-0. And he comes up to bat in the 9th inning with 2 outs, 2 strikes, and he hits a home run. That's the kind of fighter he is. So Canelo's gonna have to be on it. He can't let his guard down, but he's got every possibility of winning. He's got the style to beat him. We're gonna have to wait and see. That's what makes it so intriguing. Does
Canelo have any fight rituals, like things that he does every single time before a big fight? Does he have anything like that?
No. He's pretty straightforward. He's really businesslike. The kid's very mature for his age. He's very mature for his age. No, not at all.
You know, talk to us about the significance of this fight. Will it become that historical event? Will it be talked about 20 years from now?
I think so. Look, Oscar said it at the press conference. We were all young. I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm sure you guys remember when Hagler fought Hearns. I was a kid. But even that, you know, it's been what, 30 years now or whatever, and we're still talking about that fight.
People still watch it on YouTube.
People go on YouTube and still watch that fight. Why? It was a historic event. It was 2 top guys, 2 big punchers. They went at it. The styles were perfect. People still to this day talk about that fight. It made new fans. You know, it made believers. You know, it made believers out of the non-believers. So I just think that this fight has that potential. I think that 20 years from now, we're going to be talking to our kids, our nephews, or whoever it is that's in our family, and we're going to be saying, that was the fight, man. I was there. Watch it. And it's going to get them into boxing. They're going to love boxing for it.
Talk to us about the style of Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo Alvarez. Are they going to complement one another?
He's very aggressive. He takes a lot of chances. But when you're very aggressive and you take a lot of chances, you're vulnerable. You leave yourself open. And Canelo's a great counterpuncher. You know, so it's just perfect. It's perfect. You know, they're gonna match. But Canelo can be aggressive as well. Like we saw him in the Chavez fight.
Yeah.
If Gennady's gonna sit and wait a little bit, Canelo's gonna pressure him. It's a can't miss. When have you guys seen Gennady in a bad fight? When have you seen Canelo in a bad fight? Maybe the Chavez fight, but it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Right.
He came to fight. So style-wise, it's gonna be a great fight.
The two have been debating what is truly Mexican style. Golovkin has his definition, then Canelo had his definition. Well, what is, in your opinion, what is the true Mexican style?
It's an aggressive style. It's guys that like to go to the body, take chances. They'll get on the inside and land body shots. A lot of punches are thrown. Yeah, look, I can understand Abel pumping Gennady into using Mexican style, but
It sells too, right?
it sells. But there's fighting a true Mexican.
Because Chepo,
And Mexican style, you can teach it, but it's not in his blood. It's not in his heart. And Chepo's been saying that it's not in his heart.
what Chepo said today, he goes, and Canelo's not that true typical Mexican style.
Yeah.
So they studied Nápoles, Olivares.
But you know what? I mean, look, I guess it can be defined differently. As a Mexican American, Mexican style is not just the way you fight. Mexican style is a part of you. It's in your heart. It's in your mind. So we'll see what happens. But not taking away from Gennady Golovkin, you can debate whether he fights like a Mexican or not. He's very exciting because he's aggressive.
Does he ever find that offensive? That he's kind of coined this Mexican style? Does that ever been offensive to Canelo that he says that?
No. But he gets a kick out of answering questions about that, and he gets a kick out of saying, "Look, Mexican fighters doesn't win fights, Mexicans do." So there's a couple of cash phrases and you can use, but no, I don't think he's offensive. About Mexican style? You would have to ask him. I mean, we've talked to him a little bit, and he just says, "Yeah, whatever, it's a joke,"
Because a lot of the better Mexican fighters of all time, Salvador Sanchez, even Canelo, they don't fight that Manuel Marquez. They don't have that, like, we're just going to go forward. They kind of...
No, exactly. Yeah. Mexican style is not just being aggressive.
There's not one definition, I guess I'm trying to say.
No, there's not one definition, but the Mexican style is an aggressive style, but they use defense. They move their heads, they use a jab. Think about the greats. You think about Salvador Sanchez, you think about Julio Cesar Chavez. Julio Cesar Chavez had one of the best head movements from any fighter. You can go down the line. Juan Manuel Marquez. Look at Jose Luis. One of my favorite fighters coming up was Jose Luis Castillo. Beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. I still think he beat Mayweather in that first fight. But I said, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You mean from Lopez?
Yeah.
But what are you guys' expectations for this fight? It's sold out. Your closed circuit's close to sold out. Everyone's expecting
the closed circuit's incredible. I saw the numbers today, and they're almost double. For a Thursday, they're almost double what the Chavez ones were. So we're already talking about opening up more locations, but it's impressive. But the fight speaks for itself. You don't have to overhype it. You don't have to. I mean, you still got to go through the due diligence of doing your job, through the media events, press conferences, satellite, interviews. You still have to do all that stuff that's related to a big fight. The fight speaks for itself.
Because here in